Are we on? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Microphone check. Lights. Cameras. Hit me. This is swanky. This is lifestyle. This is culture. Welcome to the social center of everything culture. Culture Daily.
There's no way you'd go to any party or any gathering or probably check the playlist of, the generation of today and not find the song queued up in there. And that's Kitty and Black Sheriff. No, I can't even pronounce the name again, whether it is Lumo, or there's so many pronunciations coming out. But just understand, we'll vibe with one of them is Lomo. I think that's how I saw on the poster, right? Lomo. Am I lying? It's Lomo.
You know it.
Yeah.
So if you ask us, are you lying?
I don't know it. So it's what? Lomo.
Just say it's how he says it.
Is it Lomo for you?
Yes, Lomo.
Lomo. Okay, but when he was singing, I didn't hear Lomo.
What did you hear?
I heard Lomo.
He just wants to say Lomo.
Yeah.
That's all.
No. Did you hear Lomo or Lomo?
It's Lomo.
You heard Lomo.
Yes.
I could bet. I want to put money on this. I could play the.
Let's go.
Yeah. I won't put
how
money
much?
No, don't bother about how much. I'm just saying.
It's important.
I wish I could just play that song again, but I'll do that at the end of the show. I promise. We'll deal with this after the show. I had Lomo. You did do me Lomo.
Oh, come on.
Yes, man. I need to. Sometimes maybe people think it's just me, but
People think
yeah, it's just me. Let me. I can use my Apple just to play it. I mean, my Apple playing. And just listen to it, and I just wonder whether it is really. It's not even playing. My data is messing about. I would have shown you.
Wow.
I would have shown you that is what I hear is Lomo. I don't want to start talking before my thing starts playing. But anyway, it's all good though. 9:19 it says here on Culture Daily. And whilst we are at that, let me just remind you that this weekend at Live Resto will be great on Friday, especially because they have the corporate, hangout. That happens on Fridays as well. Just go there with your couple of friends, sit back, relax, enjoy the meals. It's good. You love it. Call 020-133-7766. Make a reservation for yourself and your friends. Boys, girls, boys. And head to Live Resto Lounge and enjoy some delicacy there. Big Brother Season 9 is also happening in the Big Brother house on DSTV, channel 198 and GoTV 149. Are you watching? Are you enjoying it? Well, the drama is crazy. On my TikTok timeline, I see lots of people who are watching as well and posting scenes and things happening in there. Be part of the conversation because the drama, the twist, the suspense, the thrills in there, it will get you talking as well. But all work and no play, or more like all play and no work, equally can mess up Jack, right? And that's why you need to get your degree at Lancaster University. Education is key, like they say. And whilst you are at Lancaster University, not only is it the only British university in West Africa, well, guess what? They are also offering you 50% scholarship on a degree program. So hurry up. Go onto their website. It's lancaster.edu.gh or admissions at lancaster.edu.gh or call 020-960-7008. Hurry up. It is the only British university campus in West Africa, Lancaster University. Brush your teeth morning and evening with President Charcoal and the herbal toothpaste as well. Every morning and every evening, no, not half. Every morning and evening. You can use the charcoal in the morning and then the herbal in the night. Well, the charcoal is made from fluoride, natural charcoal, lemon, mint, zinc. It will help whiten your teeth, polish away all those stains. And the President Herbal Toothpaste is also infused with green tea and herbal extracts. Now, this will help repair and protect your gums, giving you an all-round cooling sensation. There's more news to give you this morning on the show as well. Let me tell you about Plus FM also has a donation drive happening on the 21st of this month. September at the West Hills Mall. You don't want to miss it. It's from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Spread the word. Bring your family and friends there to be part of the Plus FM donation drive. Giving back to humanity is a gift. That's very important. And also, this is in partnership with the Wejak Bawe Municipal Hospital and Sonotech Medical Center, like they say, your total health partner. I've been there before. Clean, crisp place. And with support from Hollard Insurance, Nero Beverages, and New York Sizzler Restaurant and West Hills Mall as well. Free health screening happening there and several fun activities. You want to be part? Call this number right now. Save it. 026 3936 515. 026-3936-515. This Saturday 21st, you don't want to miss out on the Plus FM donation drive. I have more to tell you, but let's get into, we're talking hip-hop and hip life at a point in time, last couple of days, right? And we're having a heavy debate on this. The gentleman and the lady in the house at that time were having, very interesting pointers on the influence and impact of our Ghanaian tradition on hip hop music. And that's really what the hip hop we feel and hear as of today is the Ghanaian hip hop, or it is still not the Ghanaian hip hop, and which artist really represents Ghanaian hip hopness. We mentioned names like One Love the Kubolo, we mentioned names like Manifest and Co. However, today we are shifting the conversation to two very interesting music genres. One is the hip life, and the other is the new one, the newest baby. The newest baby, that is Afrobeats. And these two, again, you see pain, but drawing the fine line between a hip life artist and then an Afrobeat artist. We're only trying to see where the hip life ended or where it began, or what truly defines hip life and what truly defines the new genres that have been birthed from hip life. I hope none of my friends this morning will say there's hip life in Afrobeats. Yes, because there's woman in man, or there's man in woman, the other way, right? In the spelling, right? Yeah, there's man in woman. Yeah. There's male in female, right? There is there's dam in abodam.
The male in the
there's phone in iPhone. So I hope we don't use that, because I've been trying hard. When I hear industry experts say that there's hip life in Afrobeats, I feel it's an escape to try and indirectly show that we were there before you came. But let us try and understand by distinct description what these two really stand for, and if we still have reigning hip life artists who do not cross over into Afrobeats in any way. And if they don't cross over into Afrobeats, then who really is the Afrobeat artist? So I want to start off with a song we just heard, for example, Lomo, aka Lomo, aka Lomote. Oh, Lenny, that's your surname. How can I forget?
Indeed.
So I wanted to ask about this song, and I'd like to pick these, and I hope we have a calm conversation by 11 o'clock. Sorry, by 10 a.m. I beg your pardon, the clock there was an hour ahead. It's in British time. It's a British university. It's Lancaster. So I want to find out and I want to argue at my point, and I'm sorry if I may come hard. I want to argue at my point. So this time around, let me start off with Olele, because I always come with cereal on this. Let me come this way around instead. In fact, before Olele, let me just ask my ladies in the house. I don't expect any in-depth understanding or knowledge into rhythm and timing and all genre, but just by what you hear, what do you think, Esilfa, is Lomo or Lumo? Is it a hip life song? Or maybe it's just a hip life / high life song? Or is it an Afrobeat song? Cyril already clearing his throat. It means that
Loma gives me strict Afrobeat, but like with high life.
Oh, so what kind of answer is that? Do you like jollof or fried rice? Oh, I like jollof with a bit of rice.
Yes, no, not jollof with a bit of rice. Jollof rice with plain rice. It's allowed.
Yeah. Where do you place a song like Lomo? It feels so uncomfortable.
It can have both.
No. What it can have? Where do you place it?
Yeah, for me.
Yes, I don't want you to give me the two.
Okay.
Because definitely, Olele, the song was not selected, or these songs will not be selected in categories like, we put in, it gives me hip hop, a bit hip hop, and it falls under one strictly. If we are to look at the technicalities of it, I'm very sure we might say that.
But you asked me according to what I hear. That's what you said.
Which category? Not which categories. Which category do you feel? Which genre of music do you feel
if I had to,
this song falls in? 90% of it, not part this, part that.
Okay, 90% of it, I think I'll give it Afrobeats.
And Afrobeats. Lenny, what about you? And before that, why do you give it as Afrobeats?
Like you said, maybe not in depth into rhythm and all of that, but when I listen to the trend of Afrobeat songs that keep coming out, Lama falls in there for me.
Before that, Lenny, you,
Ghanaian Afrobeat songs, by the way. Ghanaian Afrobeat songs.
Lenny, where would you place this?
I'll do Afrobeats.
Afrobeats.
Well. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do Afrobeats as
Before
well.
Cyril lines up his microphone to speak with it, as hot as the red lights on there. Olele, what about you? Where would you place the song?
Contemporary high life.
Hey, Sababa. You know, Olele's what he just said. It's like NMSQ when they give that at schools and they all get it wrong, and then when he asks, Saints, this your bonus for 2 points, 42, and the answer is correct. Contemporary high life, yes. Even though that wasn't in any of the categories I mentioned, but contemporary high life. Yeah.
But won't contemporary high life be hip life?
We are coming to that. Don't worry. There are lots of things I want to ask about this. You know, when I was quite writing things on my phone, I was just trying to write a few points.
You wrote this on your phone.
Yeah.
And then today, dear.
Yes, I was thinking about
that. We are sorry.
I apologize, all of you. Cyril, where do you put this?
I think it's Afrobeat. It just has high life elements.
Okay. Yeah. So now we've all given different answers to this. I think we should have these answers with explanations. Olele, why do you call this a contemporary high life song?
Because 80 to 90% of the production is heavily entrenched in the elements of what make high life what it is or what it has been. The local instrumentation is very evident when you listen to it. Even the approach by the musicians or the artists on the record, situates the record in its totality or its entirety as the high life or the poster child of what high life has become, which of course other genres have been able to take inspiration from.
So to me, I lean towards your answer because I keep saying to myself, but I haven't said it out there. I want to say it out here for the first time that Afrobeats doesn't exist. I'll explain.
But you've said that before.
No. I said it will crash. There's a difference. Please don't misquote me.
You've said this before.
No, I haven't said it doesn't
Not
exist.
on air.
No. I haven't said it doesn't exist before. This is the first time I'm saying it. I've said that Afrobeats will crash. That's what I said. That when I put it out there, me and Bulgod have had back and forth banter on this. But I've never said it doesn't. I haven't said it doesn't exist before, but I'm just saying it doesn't exist. And I'm going to prove to us why I feel it doesn't exist. And I think I lean towards what Olele is saying, but let's finish it off.
Yeah, so basically, I mean, if you listen to the elements of the production and you pay attention to even how the songwriting or the storytelling of the record is situated, that is the typical master elements of what high life is. If you listen to the good old days of the Ebo Taylors and you listen to the E.T. Mensahs and whatnot, that string or that melody that separated or identified the sound uniquely from Africa or from Ghana, is very evident in this record. And I think the first time I heard this record, I said, you will not hear any other record produced like this unless of course it's coming from the heart of this country.
Okay.
You can hear the soul of Ghana in a track like Lomo Lomo. And I wasn't surprised when we were, because the thickness of the palogo in that production is very evident. You cannot overlook the palogo in that production. Right, so unless
I'll go buy Chinese. I'll go buy Chinese.
So unless of course you don't know.
Okay.
But if you know Palogo and you know some of the cultural sounds across the 16 regions or then the 10 regions of Ghana, and you hear, it's like what you may call it, Chief One when he did Toyota, right? When he did Toyota, although it was an Amapiano record, you could hear the Agbaja in the production. So these are people who have had the opportunity to, and I wasn't surprised when Kiddy revealed to us that the producers were Ugly and Tough, who are actually Ghana boys. You understand? And for those of you who, I've always maintained that the Ghana music industry is an industry on its own, because you hear some production, you can clearly tell that they're doing music to enjoy themselves, right? So you have this inspiration, you have this Koyo vibes. Is that Gorgon vibes.
Koyo is air.
Hello. What is beach?
Koyo is air.
Shona. Yes. So and Gorgon is what?
It's a dance. That's that
Climb
dance.
the mountain, climb the hill.
Congo, so the Inshona and the Congo vibes is like, if you go beyond just Lomo, listen to some of the tracks these guys have produced for the likes of Kojo Black, you still hear those things in there, and that signature is what I think would be able to define the next generation of Ghanaian music if we pay attention to them.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody feels this, anybody has anything else, but you see, this was happening. You see what AC said? AC said she feels it's an Afrobeats vibe. And I'm beginning to believe that, well, somebody might take me on, but it's just my opinion. I'm beginning to believe that the loudness of the generation of today amplified this genre called Afrobeats. You know, how it was used on social media, how songs, and we created this non-existent space realm of music, which already existed, if I can say that, with its previous roots. Is there already. So the question I want to ask you, AC, is if the word Afrobeats hadn't been coined up in the past, I mean, the way the surge in Afrobeat music was what, like 2019, 2017, thereabout?
Yeah.
If that name hadn't popped up, and it still existed with Fela's time and nobody really cared about it, where would you have put the song?
That's the thing. Afrobeats has become, I don't know why you're saying it's non-existent, but like you said, it's your opinion. I believe that Afrobeats, more like also Afrofusion and all the lots of the Afro genres are a fusion of a lot of rhythm, right? As to, I think someone mentioned this and called Afrobeat polyrhythm, and I actually did agree because of the how some of these artists are able to merge what they know already with other beats to make Afrobeats. Now, when Olele was speaking, he said that he made a reference to an Amapiano song. I forgot what he said. Toyota, right? Even though the elements over there would not be identified as as Amapiano, right? Some of the elements is still termed as an Amapiano song because there's a base for it. I believe there's also a base for Afrobeat, and so if it's infused with hiplife or highlife element, I don't think it actually changes it from Afrobeats. I don't, like, that's why I say
it's
again.
a strong point. I
don't
raise
know
my hand.
why
I can buy you small Chinese, but not full.
You would say that it's non-existent, but for me, I believe if you incorporate certain elements in, like, making an Afrobeat song, or if you incorporate elements in making a piano song, there's already a base. It doesn't change the genre; it only adds to it.
I beg you, Cyril. You know, you said this thing last week the last time we were having a conversation about this, that regardless the base that she's making reference to, whatever you do beyond it does not change what it is.
And I want us to do an exercise.
Okay, let's exercise on it. Push-ups, or I think I'm gonna kiss.
That's what we are hearing in Lomolomo.
Are you sure?
The melody is that's all it is.
No, that's a different rhythm to it.
Play it.
Can we play it?
That's it.
Cyril is breaking it apart.
Yes,
right?
that's it.
No. So let's play the music.
Play the beat. I can show you. And let's find the bass beat.
Yeah.
The bass beat is and then the rest of the things, the k is all embellished.
Wait, let's check it out. So that we are sure that this St. Peter's guy is not.
I will not forward you on TV.
Girl, you don't get any issue. Then I go hold you well, and I will do anything that you wish you. Me share my love, so don't pay me for it. No, here's a tomorrow, somebody else come take you for it. They do me no more. This thing no be no more. Me no want to do more. Please don't give me trouble. You get do me no more. This thing no be no more. It could be my lover.
we will come back to the beat again. I think we hear it clearer in Black Holes, but we hear the rhythm clearer. Yes. That's what he's really saying. No,
I slowed it down.
Secondly, please, the guy said lomo lomo. I was listening to that.
Fine.
We apologize for the name.
He sat here himself and explained what
it is.
Audience.
No, if Kiddy sat here and said it's lomo lomo, why do you want to change it?
I'm sorry. I said Kiddy sat here and said lomo lomo is the word, but he sang lomo lomo.
No.
I'm not changing the topic. I'm sorry.
Lumo. Malumobo.
Yes.
Malumobo.
But you didn't hear lomo lomo. You that one is a side matter.
No, but he said he's done it lomo lomo. Some of the malumobo.
No, you cool, no problem. Yeah, I did hear lomo lomo, but you will come to that. But anyway, what you were saying? If I didn't catch that rhythm in there though.
The swing.
I didn't catch. I rather got like the repetitive drum, which is boom.
No, you see, I don't know how to explain it. You see, we did something where we had a producer in here and he opened the channels for us. What was the name? Posse G. That's you know why I can see it. You work in the DAW, so you know why I can see it.
Those who don't know what the DAW is, now I catch them. The opportunity for them.
That is short form.
Digital audio workspace where you edit softwares, Logic, blah blah blah. So the bass of the drum that is going there is not.
No, I'm not talking about the bass line.
The swing that puts you in high life mode is the bass guitar.
No, I'm talking the drum pattern.
Yes, but I'm building it. I'm saying that if you strip the bass guitar,
yes,
that's putting you high life.
No, even the bass is not like that. The bass is still listen to it.
No, play it.
Oh. Why would I like? Listen to play to Black Holes part.
The producer should have been here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
At this point, just go out here and talk.
Bring it on, what is on your mind? You're being it is a Bonnie and Clyde. I know that you promised to show and tell me no time was soon when I'm right here. You and I together, so we go together. See me pose no abiana, who pose you fly me say nah. Life in with you, girl, me love it. Dying with you, tell him forever. Lily, who is I'm saying nah. Diamond rings in your body, darling, come find me.
Oh, you did do me lomo. This thing no be normal. You don't want to do more. Please don't give me trouble. You did do me lomo. This thing no be normal. You go be my lover. You really be like body level. 0244, my baby. I just want to call your number. I find my person who will take my pain away.
Not coming. Yeah, okay.
We can't deconstruct the beats off of an MP3 or a music video. So we'll keep going back to it. But my point is, if we deconstruct, like what he was saying,
yes,
if we deconstruct every beat to its skeleton, you see, if they show you the skeleton of a rabbit, right? Mm-hmm. I'm using a visual analogy for us to give it. Mm-hmm. If we see the skeleton of a rabbit, the last creature you will mention is rabbit. But it's about how the thing.
I'll say Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah, when you see it, it looks like something out of a horror movie.
He said something. Why can't
you relax? My point is, bro.
He knows what I'm talking about. No. Cyril said if they deconstruct or they rip off the meat of a rabbit and you see the skeleton, you see a rabbit. And I'm saying
no, I didn't say you see a rabbit. That's not what I said.
Yeah, you see,
I said
you won't say it's a rabbit.
I said if they put a skeleton of a rabbit on this screen right now, which if you want you can do, right?
I will say
the last thing anybody in the world will mention is rabbit. Because the things that we have become accustomed to as rabbits are not readily available for us to perceive. The same exists with music. The base of what the producer uses that establishes his tempo and his timing is what defines the genre. What he wants to add to it is not going to be it. That is not it. I keep saying this thing. The beat is like the moment you are doing a foundation for a house. If you don't do your foundation to take a story building, you can't build story building. No matter how much money you have, what your desires are.
So when you categorize the song, you mentioned what?
I said it is Afrobeats with strong high life elements. That all that, and the kunkunku and the kankaka and the kogon elements.
But so what is Afrobeats then?
You know what I think Afrobeats is a fusion of everything. That is why I believe.
What did it fuse?
So that's why they'll say
what
that.
Did it fuse? He said it's a fusion.
Isn't there?
They fuse high life and what?
I'm coming.
There's Palogo in there. That's why they always say that. Hold on. That's why they'll always say that Afrobeats is a fusion.
Of what?
You see the argument that you had with Kelvin Boy. Wait. You see the argument you had.
Take me back. You've said it's a fusion. I don't understand this. You can't continue.
It's a fusion of other genres.
Of what genres? They mix high life and what?
Wait, for Afrobeats, there's high life in there.
And what?
Right. And then also the reason people say they are doing Afro dancehall, maybe you'll find some of that in there as well. You find some Afro in there as well.
Sorry, I'll come.
Do you understand? So that's why I'm saying.
No, go back. Don't jump.
I'm not jumping.
I'm saying that you said Afrobeats is a fusion. I want to understand. Fusion means two or more. Am I lying?
Yes.
So I want to understand what the second fusion is in this particular song. Like example, like
in this particular song or just general.
It's a fusion of what and what and what. Because I'm asking.
But Cyril has just mentioned.
I'm asking. So if I fuse Palogo and High Life.
Yeah.
Or Adwa, I'm doing Afrobeats. Is that what you're saying?
African music. Wait. Isn't Afrobeat African music?
No, I'm asking.
Isn't Afrobeat African music?
You know why we're having
nobody attacking you.
My question remains to you.
Yeah, Cyril has answered this. Like he doesn't want to.
If you fuse ODG,
he's not getting you. He's not fuse ODG.
You said if I fuse, that's
if you fuse ODG. So we mentioned. Wait.
I think the question I've asked demands a straightforward answer.
And I'm saying
and I said, if I fuse Adwa and Palogo, do I have Afrobeats? And I'm just asking, yes or no?
No.
So if I fuse High Life, there's a collective.
The fusion is not random. High Life, Afrobeats.
Yes.
Afrobeats is the fusion of contemporary African sounds, mostly high life, with modern how do I say, music styles.
That's what I was asking you. If Afrobeats is not African sound,
music styles.
Afrobeats is African sound.
Jollof is a fusion. Doesn't mean it release graphos and
you make Jollof. The guy who know they understand the thing they ask you question. You know they won't listen to the question.
But you smart guy. Why not they understand that?
Why did they make her ask you?
Oh man.
Cyril has even answered.
Let me relax. Cyril said it's a mix of of high life and any modern African music. I beg to ask, give me the rhythm that defines modern African music. Then you tell me. So I'm asking you. So answer me small. Don't jump to it. It's not giving progress. So I want to understand this modern African music. Because listen, if you are deep enough to understand what I'm saying, right, you get to a point where you realize that you can't really put a definition to the second part of the fusion you make reference to. And that is why I talk about the non-existence of this genre.
That's why I wanted to mention
that. And the reason why the artists that are deep rooted in it have realized that, wait, hold on, what am I really doing?
You know what?
So when I'm coming to, I want to ask what's
the truth.
So I want to ask you.
Let's take it back, right? When do you think that Afrobeats became when Afrobeats became a thing? Jay, what songs would you identify Afrobeats?
I didn't see it as a thing. I never said it was a thing. I mean, that's my point. No, I've stated categorically on air. I've
granted.
It's a today thing. You've never agreed that there's a genre called Afrobeats.
I haven't.
Never. Okay, so
you get me there.
That's why I was going to make reference to the day Kelvin Boy came here and the back and forth.
High life.
Yes, that's why I was going to make reference to that, because he kept taking you back to say that he's not a high life artist, he's an Afrobeat artist, but also there's high life in Afrobeat, and that's why we are saying it's a fusion, right? I think that's how come now people are able to come out to say, I'm not doing Afrobeat, maybe I'm doing Afro rave or I'm doing Afro fusion, because they're also
sound for whatever,
and they're also adding up to whatever they are doing.
Why is it that when I mix Adwa in Palogo, the response that example Cyril gave me was not everything
not
that
Can I answer calmly to your question? Can I answer calmly to your Palongo and Adowa question?
Hold on.
Properly without the
shouting. What question was I going to ask? I want somebody to prove me wrong.
You're going to the question you asked about the Palongo.
I was going to ask a question and you guys cut the question. And I want to ask my smart heads. What was I going to ask? Maybe you know the question I was going to ask.
So let me answer.
If you tell me, I'll be surprised. I think you're using the third realm.
He's not going to the question you were going to ask.
The question you asked and I was trying to answer before hell broke loose. That's what I'm saying. That the fusion should ultimately result in something that is new and unique to the two ingredient components that came together. Let me explain. If I take a glass of water and I take another glass of water and one is hot and one is cold and I mix them, right? All I get is tepid water. The form has not changed from the ingredients that came together. If I take water and I take a chocolate powder and I mix that, what I have is neither water nor chocolate. It becomes something else. Malogo and Adowa are all traditional. They all have the same basis, everything, blah, blah. So in mixing them, it's a fusion, but you've just created traditional music.
Not Afrobeats.
Not Afrobeats. Afrobeats takes something that is traditional and what's it called? Maybe a free indigenous. Indigenous in America. Take something that's traditional and indigenous, especially around high life, right? And fuses it with contemporary sounds. And when I say contemporary sounds, I'm talking about things like 808s. I'm talking about the like what's the face? Terminator. Yeah. That bass. I mean, that bass.
But you cannot tell me that.
Relax, you cannot tell me that. I'm using an I'm not saying, Charlie.
Let me interject, Cyril. Because I said something.
Let me finish. And I'm just saying,
I came to ask.
I'm just saying that.
He says that the infusion of the 808 in there.
No, I am using just
that is an example. He said it's an example.
He knows what I'm making reference to. Cyril knows that that was just a small part of the music.
I don't know
why this guy.
Let me just go.
I don't have the song database. I'm not streaming from Spotify.
I'm correcting you on something.
I'm just thinking about something.
I'm correcting you on something Cyril knows. He said that example of the infusion of the 808 makes it a modern sound, and I'm telling him that
sweetheart, it's an example.
That small part is not enough to define the entire music as an Afrobeat song.
I didn't say.
So what are you saying?
Just the 808. I didn't say just 808. I'm just using an example.
So what else in the song?
If I'm trying to use an example that our viewers and listeners and some of our panel who are not privy to what 808 sounds like, or what if I say a snare sounds like, they will know. That's what I'm looking for an example. But a lot of the songs, you find a traditional bass, and the part that makes it jam and hit hard in the club, those basses, those synths, all that are contemporary and modern. Synth, all those things we hear in music, they don't exist in high life. There's no instrument.
Davido Fire, is it FIA Fire or something? Yeah. Get it on cue for me.
You should use if it's better.
If
it's a stronger, it's a stronger example for the argument that we are looking for.
You see,
I want to use fire.
20 million.
He said he wants to use fire, so use fire. Don't mind anybody.
No, to be fair,
use fire.
Based on the argument you both of you are having.
Davido, if it's a good example.
If use fire, don't mind them.
I want to use fire.
Let him use it. Jay has said something. You will not change his mind. Jay, don't mind them. Use it.
Even the cowbell guy is smiling. He's gone.
Use the fire.
Fire, I go pull up for fire. You know me say if you say make a put one like for fire. Fire, I go pull like for fire. Give me love, make a love. There's no other one above. Dance, make a dance. Give me love, make a love. No one above. Shukura kilo kosio, shuku sheka, ayashu meka, Caroline save your drama.
Oh, Charlie.
Yeah, seriously.
Police cheating.
You're saying
when the thing got to where my team is going to play with office.
I'll deal with you after the show. Social
you
media.
say it and come back to the fact that it's in
the
there somewhere.
The violence I want to show.
There's a comment on social media from 1D. He says that he wants us to speak for a time. So, pardon us. Sometimes, when if you were here yourself, I'm sure you'll be caught in the heat as well. So, pardon us if you hear.
But he spoke when we were speaking. Your comment were we not speaking? Charlie, so you go calm down.
Cool down. Sometimes they fire for the house inside. But anyway, seriously, yeah.
But what did you off it? I go put one hand for fire. When it gets to that place, all the instruments that cluster up there, some are traditional. You are hearing the conga, you are hearing the nice guitar and everything. But there's a lot of Western production elements in there. That's what makes it Afrobeat. If you stripped all the Western stuff and it was just I don't
want to catch you.
And it was just the bass high life elements, then it's a high life song. It's a very simple distinction. I don't know why you want to fight.
I what Western instruments were we making reference to? Because all the songs.
I didn't say Western instrument. I said Western production elements.
Like what?
I mentioned them, like the synthetic.
No. I just played.
Yeah, like
Let
fire.
me give you an example of what
I just played fire.
Just to understand what story is coming from, right?
And I'm trying to hear fire and Lomo, for example.
Like for example,
DTS.
I think some of the elements
DTS.
fuse the bass of highlife, which is the African rhythm or the Ghanaian rhythm, which is obviously spearheaded or led by the guitar. All right, the guitar melodies, or in some cases the percussions, right? You often hear a touch of R&B in those records. You hear a touch of R&B, you hear a touch of, what's the name of that dancehall record? Lovers Rock, in there as well. That's, in fact, when you listen to a song like Terminator from King Promise, the reason why I say it's a typical Afrobeat is because even though there are high life elements in there, the high life elements there are suppressed. They are way more suppressed, and you hear more of a contemporary R&B. Like you can hear Chris Brown singing Terminator. You can hear Chris Brown singing.
When I talk, you will cut me. So
no, I'm just saying. I'm just giving an example.
When I hear Chris Brown singing, I don't hear him in R&B.
No, I'm just giving an example of how Afrobeats often situates.
But I disagree with the statement. But you finish.
No,
Charlie, it's not finished. It's about I disagree. But
you finish.
Do your presentation. You don't get the job, but finish your presentation.
I also want to make some examples.
There's a song that Chris Brown did with.
I was just about. Is it Davido?
Chenche made you.
No.
Come on.
That's the one that
sensational.
Childish Gambino did.
Sensational.
The one you're talking about is Childish Gambino.
The reason why I appreciate Chris Brown a lot for the culture is because he gives us an idea of what the West could do with Afrobeats, right? In terms of the flexibility and the fluidity in not being quote unquote African, but being able to ace a record that's Afrobeats centric, right? And he's done that a couple of times with even Davido. No, apart from Sensation, he's done other songs with Davido, and it gives you, you understand? It gives you an idea of what exactly Afrobeat is when we say it's a combination.
Chris Brown gives you a classic example of what Afrobeat is.
Yeah.
But
Burna Boy's what do you call it? Breakfast, last gives you an example of what Afrobeats is, because if you look at even how the song or the bass,
but
of
the
the
guy
song,
himself saying
he's an Afrofusion.
Forget that.
Oh, how to forget?
No,
Even making Afrofusion, he still gives credit to Afrobeats.
And also because all of these people want to champion different genres,
and they are all built up from Afrobeats.
They all want to,
if you go to a hospital
things.
with bullet wounds, and they ask you what is wrong, you say, I have a catarrh. It's you who die. What the artist is saying he is, no? It's not brand is
because they want to be leaders of the genre.
You cannot be doing dance or come and ask you what you are saying.
Rema has been.
That's why I was going to say this. They are all additions, because the Ogechi boys are also coming with a new sound. It's R&B.
Even Afrobeat.
It's still Afrobeat. Oh no, they still call it. They still. Oh, you don't know the Ogechi boys.
You have to tell the whole world that.
That's the song.
But you know the Ogechi
and they
guys,
have
right?
a new
When
one called Constantly.
I'm hearing flavor, but in a more contemporary.
Flavor
does highlight
and Fino mixed.
You understand?
Yes.
But what flavor does is highlight.
No flavor.
But you know they also have an R&B touch if you listen to it.
That's what he's saying.
Still with the Afrobeat bass.
I want to remind you people, the Guinness extravaganza is back. It's back. So join the old school meeting the new school edition on the 21st of September as well. The Good Park, Accra Mall, for fun, food, and great performances from King Promise, the Afrobeats artist, EL, the hiplife Afrobeats artist, Dope Nation, the Ghana piano artist.
You are
all confused. Keche and many more.
Keche the what?
No, I made reference to Dope Nation because they shared their music as it says Ghana piano.
But Ghana piano just came last year.
No, I'm saying they brought the term up. So Keche and many more. Keche, I don't know. Keche has not come out to say that into any particular.
But won't you put
genre.
them in hiplife?
He said,
just purely
but
hiplife.
per the things I said Afrobeats no there exist. You put say
but you said it's your opinion.
I'm telling
so
you,
it's
Guinness,
okay.
Why do you want us
Guinness
to
Extravaganza is happening. Get your tickets at extravaganza.com or dial star 920. Listen, dial star 920 star 63 star 00 hash. Okay, it's probably brought to you by Buzz Activate and Guinness as well. Whilst you are there as well, I want to remind you on this one. So the Euphoria Africa Charity Gala is also taking place on the 14th of September. It seems this month is going to be a lot of things happening. And this at the Country Club, Trasaco Valley, at 6 p.m. sharp. It's a black tie affair, and it brings together, I like this one, it brings together ambassadors, A-list celebrities, and corporate leaders now to champion two very crucial causes: saying no to domestic violence and yes to mental well-being. Don't miss the chance to enjoy sensational performances from Ifia. Now, tickets are going for 1,000 Ghana cedis regular. VIP is 3,000, but it's a deal on double in case you're coming for VIP. That's for 5,000 Ghana cedis as well. So get your deep pockets ready. And I'll be wrapping up real quickly before I make my points on Cowbell this morning, giving us that motivation. You know, when the going gets tough, like they say, the tough gets going, but this time Cowbell gets you. Cowbell coffee gets you going. Okay, so pardon me, it gives you that extra boost to keep you pushing forward. And on those days when you need someone to be there for you, don't forget Cowbell coffee will always be by your side. So a cup a day would help you. Drink Cowbell coffee. Anyway, so like I'm saying, we're wrapping up, but
I beg, before you, I'll let you wrap
okay, no,
wrap
feel
up.
free.
What I'm saying is, I just saw something online. Gen Z generation is actually consuming less alcohol than any other generation before or after.
Based on which stats though?
No, they've done some surveys, but the bad side of the news is that's because they are consuming more drugs than any generation also before.
Cyril.
So you can go on.
So
I just wanted to hit my Gen Z brothers and sisters. You are doing well,
ladies and gentlemen.
No, we are fine. We the Gen Z.
You have heard a lot of songs. So the
that's Ogechi.
You know if you sing the song, but you want to find out.
That one is what? It's Afrobeats or not Afrobeats?
That's Afrobeats.
It's Afrobeats.
Gospel.
Yes.
Cyril and I beg you. That song inside, no. It be what they infuse.
Me, if you ask me,
that
song is
there's
that
high
song
life
is
in
more
there.
of a Niger high life.
Yes.
Than you know.
A few seconds ago, the people sitting here said that.
No, I mentioned the song.
It's in there.
And I'm saying
I was talking about you are asking about what makes a song Afrobeats, and I'm saying that some songs have a mixture of the high life elements and all that.
Will give you.
Since you've spoken about
no, because you're just doing two traditional
if you mix Afrobeats at the work band logo and you have
otherwise. No, it's a rhythm.
I know.
It is a rhythm.
You know, Palogo is a rhythm.
Of course.
But mention Adowa and
so when Niger man mixing Ogechi and he
with R&B,
that one there, you confidently tell me it's Afrobeats.
Since Olele spoke about
after Olele says it's high life Niger, they say, hey,
no, we didn't say that. No, we didn't say that.
He spoke about since he mentioned some songs.
He said fire have a synth for inside. No,
don't go there.
He said fire have some 808s and some synths for inside.
It wasn't fire that he was saying.
And Abego, I was talking. I allowed you to finish. If you go and listen to fire, point out one instrument in there that either has some synth. I'm just saying something. I didn't say Cyril said it in there, because we know there are certain instruments there are certain instruments that cut across. Look, high life. In itself, it's a guitar rhythm. You know that, right?
Yes, definitely.
It's a guitar rhythm. Yes. So it is devoid of the kind of drum kit you use, the percussions you use to support it. It's a rhythm.
Yes.
Across all these, we say we hear high life in it, You understand? In the days of the non-existence of the word Afrobeats, you would have put this song in highlife.
Can I?
But you are telling me today,
in the day,
there are songs that still have the same drum kit, kick, snare, hi-hats. I'm mentioning them for you. Kick, snare, hi-hats, conga, all those things. I'm sure
you threatening me with the
all these things in there. During the time, there was no word like Afrobeats. And we clarified and classified and quantified and all five these songs as high life songs or as hip life songs. Yeah. But there was a certain new birth of a certain word, and everybody, without even proper understanding, without even proper understanding of these things, we jumped on to say
I
that
get two questions.
So clearly, we still don't have a base conversation.
I get two questions.
Our time is up, but
one question for you, one for Ole. The first question for you is, as you were threatening me with the instruments, were you going to beat me? Olele, you didn't see what I did there. And then I have a second one for Olele. Olele mentioned some songs. I want to know about Huawei.
You mentioned some songs. You want to know about Huawei. Wait. It's a birthday wish. Famille turns 30 today, so happy birthday,
big Teddy,
superstar Famille.
And happy birthday
Long
to
life.
Beautiful Gisela. She's having a birthday today.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to
Happy
Gisela.
birthday, baby girl.
Happy birthday, Gisela.
Yeah, so I wanted to say that.
Why did you just go into baby?
Our time is up, Harry.
The confusion, the confusion of knowing. I think yesterday, Steve was talking. Was yesterday 2 days ago talking about what makes a genre institutionalized, right? And what you need to identify in the genre, and so forth. I think Afrobeat has suffered that because the original intent of Afrobeat was supposed to be a collective of African sounds or African music, whether it's highlife, Fuji, Naija pop, Kwaito, whatsoever. They were all supposed to be under a collective umbrella known as Afrobeats, i.e., sounds from Africa, right? But it's just been
not fusion of songs from.
It's not
fusion.
Yes,
it sounds from Africa.
It sounds from Africa. That was the original intent of naming songs from Africa as Afrobeats. But of course, over time, music scholars and musicologists would like to find more meanings and more, direction of the collective. So someone will argue that he doesn't see Afrobeats as an established institutionalized genre. He sees it as a collection of what? African sound. That's why we have this challenges trying to find out, okay, what elements make the song Afrobeat. Because if you go deep down, even Ogechi is more of Fuji highlife. Because if you listen to the rhythm, that's what Ashake actually established his identity on. But we still call Ashake's type of music Afrobeat, but truly it is Fuji.
Thank you. On that note, our time is up. But before we wrap up real quickly, don't forget dial *713*33*12# and that will get you tickets into the Ghana Niger Food Festival happening on the 5th of October 2024. And we are out.
Culture Daily was brought to you by Telecel.